Hi everyone, it's me Shivani, and today I want to share with you about the evening rituals we can use to disconnect from the day and feed our minds going into our sleep. If you missed any of the videos, I've made 4 videos now on evening rituals for better sleep, where I go over circadian rhythm and Ayurveda's perspective on what we can do to get better sleep overall. And so in this one, I want to share with you the 5 tips that we can use to disconnect and have amazing sleep every single night. So the first tip is let go of that phone. It's probably the hardest one, but it's so important. Our phone is a source of social media, email, all these notices, notifications. Sleep and nighttime is a time to put that phone down and say, okay, it's 30 minutes before bed. I am putting my phone down. I'm not responding to anything else. People cannot text and call me after 9 or 9:30. I'm not responding anyway. And just put it down and put it to charge and really disconnect from the phone. That's the first step to have better sleep overnight. Because the iPhone has blue light, any phone you have, that blue light keeps you stimulated and doesn't allow for a melatonin secretion to happen, which is what we need to go into our deeper sleep states. Now for tip number 2. This one is to do stretching or yoga poses before sleep. The body is running around all day. You're upright, you're moving. A lot of us are leaning forward to do dishes or take care of kids or on our computers all day long. So what activity can you do to put those shoulders back a little bit, stretch the body, stretch the spine, so you can go into bedtime kind of unwound a little bit from the day. Yoga can help with that. If you find a yoga video on YouTube for free, that's 10 minutes of relaxation yoga, yin yoga, which opens up the muscle fibers, or even just stretching. Could you, right next to your bed, have a yoga mat or a towel where you do a couple of stretches that you know help your lower back release, or your back or your muscles, hamstrings, anything feel better, so that when you go to sleep, you're not all tightly wound and then waking up that way again. So tip number 3. Deep breaths or meditation. Oftentimes all day long, we are running around taking short breaths. How often do you stop in your day and take a truly deep breath? Probably not that often. So if at nighttime is that chance when you finally get to hydrate, sit still, or take a deep breath, that bedtime routine right before bed is a great time to do it. Can you say, you know what, every night I'm gonna give myself 5 deep breaths. It's a way to engage your parasympathetic nervous system. So you're not in your sympathetic, you're not in your fight or flight, let's go, go, go. It drops you down into the parasympathetic, which helps you disconnect from the day, disconnect from the events of the day, release all of it. And then when you can go to sleep, you're going from that relaxed state, not from the frenetic to boom, sleep to boom, wake up. It's just a way to unwind. Number 4, a gratitude journal. So much science has been done on gratitude and how gratitude is that one mindset we need to have a successful or happy life. But how many times in a day are you able to stop and really acknowledge what you're grateful for? So I find nighttime is a beautiful time to do this because you're already done with the day, you're done with what you have to get done or can get done at that point, and it's your time to really reflect on the day. So there's something called the 5-minute journal. That's something I have, where it just asks you, what are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for or looking forward to happening tomorrow? Kind of setting your goals or what you're envisioning for yourself. Or you can take any simple plain journal and write 3 things you're grateful for. But it's just a time to pause and reflect. Because if we're always in go mode or doing or to-do lists, when are we really stopping to acknowledge what we do have and really taking that pause in the day before bedtime? So nighttime, my tip number 4, have a gratitude journal right there next to your bed that you can write down and jot down what you're grateful for. Number 5, this one is feed your brain with good food. Now that might sound weird, but think about it. Before bed, you have such an opportunity. You can either watch violence, you can watch action movies, you can watch the news, you could watch all this negativity that's coming at you from TV, from Netflix or the movies, or from social media. Or instead, you could say, that's done for the day. I don't need any more inputs from external factors. Now I'm gonna choose what goes into my brain before bed. And so in Ayurveda, in the Indian culture, we've taught this for thousands of years, that during pregnancy, make sure what you feed the brain is good and positive, because it's going to that child. In the same way, what you feed your own brain is feeding your own mind, and it's what your brain is chewing on overnight. So why not feed it good things? Imagine how differently you'll wake up the next day. So find some beautiful books, whether they're personal development books, spirituality books, whatever it is that fills your cup and fills your soul and helps you understand your own self better and your own purpose on this planet. And give that to your mind. So you're chewing on good things. And then when you go to bed, you'll wake up the next morning with more answers for yourself. Oftentimes, if you have a complex question, don't you wake up and suddenly you have the answer? It's because your mind got to chew on it. So if you do have something tough or complex going on in life and you don't know how to handle it, ask yourself the question the night before and see when you wake up in the morning, did your mind magically give you that answer that you were seeking? So those are my 5 tips to disconnect from the day, let that day go, unwind, and truly set yourself up to have better, more profound sleep. What I know is if we want to eat healthy, if we want to exercise, if we want to have a stress-free day, if we want to have a life that's purposeful and creative and joyful and vibrant, it takes having good sleep. Sleep is the foundation. You need that rest. You need the body to detox. You need the mind to get a break. And then only can you start each day fresh and do all the things we want to do in life. So I hope you enjoyed this series of videos on evening rituals, and I'll see you next time as we dive into more topics related to health and Ayurveda. See you then.